Freedom was
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Regarding the Caricom song, you can clear it and then I don't need to say please be seated. It has so much rhythm to it and it's not an anthem. So you can move. Caricom Secretary General, Dr. Tyler Barnett, head of the delegation of the European Union to Barbados, the Eastern Caribbean states, the OCS and Caricom Ambassador, Malgorzata Wasiluska, Diana Ambassador to Caricom, Ambassador George Talbot, Ms. Valaika Jankison, Deputy Chief Education Officer, Diana's Ministry of Education, and other government officials, Dean of the Caricom Youth Ambassador Program, Ms. Renee Atwell, representatives from member states joining online, the visiting teachers and students from schools here in Diana present this morning, colleagues at the Caricom Secretariat here in Guyana, Barbados, and Jamaica, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this hybrid launch of the Caricom Skilled Workers Program hosted here at the Caricom Secretariat headquarters in Guyana. This program was significantly delayed because of the pandemic. However, even with all the challenges, I am pleased to see the start coinciding with the teacher attachment component, which begins today and runs for the next 2 weeks. The activities are focused on assisting member states with implementation of the CSMA, building awareness and public education. It is critical for the peoples of the region to be aware of the processes and procedures of the Caricom single market and economy. Practical exercises are one of the best approaches to build awareness and hence the continued investment in such activities. Welcome to the member states who are assisting with the coordination and currently with the start of the teacher component. We recognize the efforts of the Ministries of Education and the teachers themselves. A special mention to the teachers who over the last few days braved the regional air travel and made it to Belize, Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, Barbados, and St. Kitts Nevis. And those who had to overnight in Antigua en route, I understand. Welcome to my colleagues from the various departments and directorates who are assisting with this cross-cutting exercise. The CSME is the platform for regional integration, and we continue to collaborate, especially on public education activities. I now call on the Dean of the Caricom Youth Ambassadors, Ms. Renee Atwell, to give her remarks virtually. Ms. Atwell.
Your Excellency, Dr. Carla Barnett, Secretary General of the Caribbean Community, Ambassador Margot Sada. Hi, good morning. Are you guys hearing me? Hi, good morning. Are you guys hearing me?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you very much. Her Excellency, Dr. Carla Barnett, Secretary General of the Caribbean Community, Ambassador Margot Sada Wazilesper, Head of Delegation of the EU to Barbados, the Eastern Caribbean States, the OECS, and the Caricom CARIForum, representatives of the government of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana and all Caricom member and associate states, members of the media, specially invited guests. A pleasant good morning to all. It is my pleasure to bring brief remarks on behalf of the Caricom Youth Ambassador Program to mark the launch of the Caricom Skilled Workers Program. As young people, we are critical stakeholders in the integration movement. We are the next generation of heads of government and heads of state. Hi, good morning. Are you guys hearing me? I think the online participants are hearing, but in person is not hearing. Can someone from the IT department confirm, please?
Yes, we are hearing you.
Grateful. I will continue. Thank you very much. As young people, we are critical stakeholders in the integration movement. We are the next generation of heads of government and heads of state. In fact, what we are seeing throughout the region is that more young persons are offering themselves up for political leadership and leadership positions in governments. We bring a certain level of innovation and creativity to the decision-making table that can create transformative impact. Young people are the ones that will be responsible for shaping policy, plans, and processes to accomplish sustainable development. With 60% of the region's citizenry being under the age of 30, we are, it can be argued, most affected by the decisions and policies being adopted and implemented today. Thus, to ensure the continuity of Caricom and the CSME, youth are to be engaged and informed. This is why the Caricom Skilled Workers Program is a welcomed advancement, not only by young people, but all Caribbean people. I can speak from personal experience. Many young people that I have interacted with, whether young professionals or tertiary and secondary school students, lack knowledge of the CSME. Moreover, those who do not fall strictly within the definition of youth repeatedly ask about opportunities which exist in the free movement regime and about the Caricom Skills National Certificate. This shows that public education and the training of critical stakeholders was necessary. Us as Caricom Youth Ambassadors, we welcome this program as we appreciate that our knowledge and capacity will be strengthened of the CSME, and we will be exposed to the regional integration processes to become better advocates for integration amongst young people in the region. We know that this program is calculated to have a grand impact, creating a cadre of citizens that have a sense of regional identity and pride is integral so that they can recognize their full potential and contribute to sustainable development within the region. More specifically, young people, through genuine participation and engagement in the integration movement, will allow for involvement in national and regional development, thus fulfilling the objectives of the Caricom Youth Development Action Plan. I extend my appreciation to the willingness of countries this morning who advance to the exchange of teachers, as this will be to their betterment. But more so, it will expose our children and young people to diversity in learning, as the spice of life is only found in a blend of flavors. I thank you.
Thanks very much, Ms. Angela, for your remarks on behalf of the Caribbean Youth Ambassador Program. We now welcome the Deputy Chief Education Officer in the Ministry of Education from Guyana, Ms. Valida Jaikison. Ms. Jaikison.
Pleasant morning. All protocols have been established. It is quite an honor to be able to bring remarks on behalf of Prime Minister, Honorable Minister of Education, on this highly significant launch of the Caricom Skilled Workers Program. It is particularly special because our educators in the region are playing a central role in this process. This highly innovative and groundbreaking program serves to establish exchanges and attachments for various categories of skilled practitioners. The secondary school teacher attachment program enables exchange of educators across various territories within the region. As you have heard, these attachments commencing today will place teachers in different educational settings for a period of 2 weeks. The objective is to facilitate the sharing of knowledge and skills for the development of the profession, ultimately leading to exchange learning opportunities for our students. It is hoped that a framework will be created for the advancement of tenants at the core of the subset of the Caribbean city markets and economy. Utilizing educators for undertaking is quite fitting and highly relevant, as they are significantly more commonalities or educational experiences across the region, then there are differences. The Caricom Secretariat and the European Union should be applauded for creating an enabling environment for advancing the professional growth of the region's educators in this way. Our common experiences and the common challenges we face demand a collective approach towards the identification of practical intervention. The recent issues regarding the learning loss suffered as a result of the pandemic, as well as the long-lasting concern in relation to the diminishing engagement levels and comparative underperformance of boys, persistently equity issues, and our inability to attain literacy and numeracy imperatives at a lower level of our system are just a few notable commonalities. As a region, we only stand to benefit from the forging of sustainable collaborative structures that give practical value to the concept of free movement of skills within the CSM. Our teachers comprising the initial cohort will emerge an ideal advocate for the integration process, and I trust their experience will enhance their professional work. It has been noted that the value of the attachment transcends to the development of skills and expertise, potentially contributing to deeper understanding of our varied cultures and education systems. Beyond this, however, we now have a framework for the advancement of the community of practice in education within our region. Educators can be afforded the opportunities devised to facilitate sharing of best practices, the solving of problems within their practice, and consistent professional development, all the while utilizing and benefiting from a much broader resources base than afforded by their singular territory. Even further greater opportunities will be provided for existing institutional structures to collaboratively advance efforts aimed at personalizing teachers and teaching the work already completed in relation to the institution's common standard for the profession and the framework for the introduction of teaching councils are perfect examples of the potential value that exists. As such, this initiative can pay significant dividends for improving the base of knowledge, skills, attitudes, and wellness construct for professions in the region. Our role and contributions as a country in advancing the integration process of Caricom is well documented and can only improve within this new dispensation. As such, we stand ready and willing to fully participate in and support this and other related programs. Each of us within our respective spheres of influence must fulfill our shared responsibility for translating the conceptual underpinning of the CFN into meaningful, actionable undertakings. We must facilitate and foster movement within the region as a key mechanism for maximizing opportunities within existing and emerging industries. It is only then that we will fully enable our citizens to embody the traits of the ideal Caribbean citizen and usher in a new era of regional development. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Sharon. I will now call on the Diana Ambassador to Caricom, Ambassador George Albert, to bring his remarks. Ambassador Albert.
Chairman, Secretary General, Deputy Chief Education Officer, representatives of the government of the governments across the region, citizens of the Caribbean, head teachers, students present. Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by conveying the regrets of the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, who was unable to be with us, but nonetheless sends his greetings and best wishes for the success of this launch and the programs that will ensue. I am personally delighted to be an honor to share in the special launch of the Skilled Workers Program of the Caricom and Single Market Economy. The CSME is at the very heart of the Caricom integration process, and our governments across the region have been working assiduously to translate its promise into actual benefits that have meaning for Caricom citizens. We have seen the effecting of the rights of Caricom nationals in the court, in the Caribbean Court of Justice, as well as the concrete expressions of the meaning of the CSME for peoples of the region. I am pleased to be part of this event, and as we launch this skilled workers program for the CSME, I join in extending a special welcome to the teachers from Antigua and Barbuda, Montserrat, and St. Kitts and Nevis, who are joining us today in Guyana for the next 2 weeks. I trust that their experience will be a memorable one, and that it will contribute to the deepening of the bonds of friendship and cooperation between the peoples of the region. One of the fundamental requirements for success of the CSME is the involvement of the peoples of the region. And programs such as the one being launched today speak directly to that particular need. The engagement of common people, students, youth, women, farmers, whomever they may be, officials. This is fundamental to translating the promise of Caricom integration for the peoples of our region. I want to commend, on behalf of the government of Guyana, the initiative of this launch. I want to underscore Guyana's commitment to this continued strengthening of the CSME. I want to underscore Guyana's commitment to working collaboratively with all countries of the region as we advance projects of interest, such as the Caricom Food Security Initiative, the 2025 initiative, which seeks to reduce our region food import bill by 25% by 2025. But more importantly, to address the fundamental food security needs of the people of the Caribbean. And so, this is a very concrete expression of the process of integration executed through the CSME. And we look forward to the development of greater understanding among the peoples of the region, a greater appreciation of the benefits of the regional integration process, and we welcome the advocacy of our youth in this process as we seek to translate the promise of integration into actuality for the citizens of the Caribbean. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ambassador Salvador, for your words. As we move quickly along and we invite the head of delegation of the European Union, Ambassador Vassiliou, to bring remarks. Ambassador.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. I think we had some sound issues earlier today. Dr. Carla Barnett, Caricom Secretary General, government representatives, Dean of Caricom Youth Ambassadors, members of the media and the viewing public, a very good morning to all of you. On behalf of the European Union, I am extremely happy to join you today for the launch of this Caricom Single Market and Economy Skilled Workers Program, which promotes exchanges and work attachments of various persons throughout Caricom member states. We anticipate several border control officers, teachers, youth ambassadors, and others will benefit from these exchanges and attachments over the next year. It was not difficult for us to collaborate with Caricom to support this initiative as part of our broader support to the CSME. For those who doubt the potential of the Caricom single market and economy, I can categorically say that the European single market is one of the European Union's greatest achievements, which seeks to guarantee the free movement of goods, capital, services, and people, known collectively as the four freedoms. The European single market, the world's largest single market area, has fueled economic growth, and it has made everyday life easier for consumers and businesses. The CSME, once fully realized, can do just the same thing for this Caribbean region. As I move throughout the Caribbean and listen to the voices of citizens, especially the youth, I recognize that you too would undeniably like to have freer movement of goods, people, services, and capital. We are of the view that this CSME skilled workers program, through its sensitization of youth, teachers, and a target group of workers, can serve as a catalyst in supporting this process. We therefore encourage you to measure the success of this program, not merely through the number of persons mobilized, but the knock-on benefits of that mobility. Indeed, we hope that such exposure by participants translates into easier implementation by Caricom member states at the national level of CSME decisions that are required to advance the regional integration process. This CSME skilled workers program also comes at a pivotal time when the European Union in the coming months will roll out a new agreement that will define our relationship with Latin America and the Caribbean over the next few years. The new EU regional program for the Americas and the Caribbean, known as the Global Gateway, is part of the EU's global efforts of advancing a green, digital, and sustainable global economic recovery. It will seek to fight inequalities, build more prosperous, inclusive, and sustainable societies, particularly for women and young people, and promote human rights, democracy, peace, and security. It will aim to enhance multilateralism by promoting reform and addressing global challenges such as health, biodiversity, loss, and climate change. For the Caribbean region, the agreement will support jobs and growth, promote trade and investment, and build inclusive, secure societies and accountable institutions which leave no one behind. A critical part of this new Caribbean EU partnership strategy is the strengthening of Caricom integration, including support for CSME consolidation. You will be hearing more from us on this new exciting partnership in the months ahead. Colleagues, I wish to underscore once again the European Union's continued commitment to this partnership with the region, especially in the support to Caricom integration through initiatives initiatives such as this one. We agreed that such initiatives are proving to be vital in boosting regional economic growth as Caricom countries come to terms with the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. We therefore look forward to the successful implementation of this program and the benefits it will bring to the people of Caricom member states. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. It now gives me great pleasure to invite the Caricom Secretary General, Dr. Carla Barnett, to bring the mass. Dr. Barnett.
Good morning, everyone. All the protocols having been observed, I want to call attention to and welcome in particular the teachers, the border agencies, and the young people who are going to be involved in this program. I want to welcome those of you who are here at the Caribbean Community Headquarters. It is really good to see all of you who have taken the time to join us in this launch, whether you are here or online. We are particularly pleased that we are commencing with the component of this program that speaks to the exchanges among secondary school teachers here in Guyana and other member states. The Caricom Skilled Workers Program is a community activity that promotes opportunities for learning best practices to administer the programs of the Caricom Single Market and Economy. The intention is to develop practical skills through work-related attachments which will assist member states to implement the CSME and in particular implement the decisions of the organs and the bodies of the community. Another part of this plan is to have effective advocates for Caricom integration through the exposure given to participants. Thus, the targeted groups have been selected for the critical role that they play in implementing, in sustaining training at the national level, and in advocacy in respect of the CSME, in particular the free movement of Caricom skilled nationals. Our research and observations over the years indicate the need for improved understanding of the procedures as well as adherence to guidelines for operations of the CSME. Low levels of knowledge across of the issuance of the relevant certificates to facilitate access to the various regimes are also noted. The absence of such basic knowledge can adversely impact our national ability or even willingness to capitalize on the free movement regimes. Against this background, an assessment of the impact of our CSME public education program recommended ongoing training for immigration personnel as they are the primary facilitators and gatekeepers of free movement. Interactive programs for the youth and entrenchment of the CSME in the school curriculum are among other recommended measures. Therefore, in continuing to engage member states, the Caricom Secretariat developed the program being launched today, which involves first 1 week work attachment to border officials in different member states to allow for the sharing of best practices in the administration of the free movement regime for skilled nationals. It also involves the placement of CSME focal points in the private and public sectors and regional institutions for 1 week. Focal points will benefit from observing and sharing best practices in operations of the CSME in key areas. It will also include 2 week work attachment for secondary school teachers to be exposed to teaching CSME and wider Caricom integration in classrooms in other member states and how these best practices can be replicated in their own schools. The attachments will also serve to better inform participants about the qualification framework for the free movement of skills, such as the levels of technical qualification, skill national certification, and the categories of skills approved for free movement. And 1 week internships for the new cohort of Caricom Youth Ambassadors at the Caricom Secretariat to expose them to regional integration processes so they can become better advocates for regional integration. While the focus is on teachers for the next 2 weeks, we expect to roll out the other attachments at the earliest opportunity, even with the realities of our air transportation challenges in our region. I know that there have been difficulties in getting around our region, and we're hoping that we can begin to see some of the effort that's being made to improve this in the near future. I understand only too well the challenges the teachers from St. Kitts, Montserrat, and Antigua and Barbuda experienced to arrive here in Guyana. The same story happens with the participants simultaneously placed at cruises in between Trinidad and Tobago, Belize, and Barbados. So we know that regional transportation is one of the issues that we need to sort through, not only for programs such as these, but generally for the implementation of the CSN successfully across the region. It can be considered fortuitous that the secondary school teacher attachment is the first segment of the program activated. The capacity building for the teachers will benefit youth in their classrooms. Involvement of young people in regional integration must be seen in tangible terms, and over the years, the Secretariat has managed with limited resources to meaningfully engage with young people, and we will continue to focus on this as we move forward. It seems like yesterday I was interacting, I wore a different hat at that time, with Grenadian students who were visiting Belize under another Caricom Secretariat activity, exposing Caricom tertiary students to CSN via field missions. That was in September of 2015. But here I am today as Caricom Secretary General, and I'm pleased to see the continuation of efforts to share information with our young people so they can better support, participate, learn from, and contribute to the Caricom integration process. That tertiary student assignment also had the support of the European Union, and I place on record our appreciation for the continued assistance from the European Union. A key aspect of making the region competitive is the efficient and effective operation of the free movement of persons regime. The community's approach to its free movement goals has been to increase the number of skilled categories eligible for free movement in stages, and we now have 12 categories included. The Secretariat undertook an exercise which compared the approved categories of skilled Caricom nationals with the occupations captured by the International Standard Qualifications of Occupation ISO of the International Labour Organization, with a view to determining which of those occupations are not covered by the approved categories of skilled Caricom nationals. One key preliminary finding is that the major occupational groups of managers, professionals and technicians, and associate professionals are largely covered by the various approved categories of skilled nationals, namely university graduates, holders of associate degrees or comparable qualifications, media workers, musicians, artists, sports persons, nurses, and teachers. There remain various elementary occupations not covered by the approved categories of skilled community nationals. Another analytics study done by the Secretariat indicates that with the existing approved skilled categories, between 26 and 36% of the workforce have access to the skilled national regime. If the qualification requirements rely more on attestation of skills rather than qualifications, degrees, diplomas, or PPQ holders, then a further 10% of the workforce would be able to access the free movement regime. These studies, among others, provide input for the discussions and approaches being considered as we address advancing regional integration. This is certainly timely as we celebrate our 50th anniversary this year and consider all strategies to broaden and deepen integration over the next 50 years. I join all of you who have heralded the efforts in coordinating these activities, especially in this 50th anniversary year. Best wishes to the teachers who are in the field for the next 2 weeks, and I look forward to seeing successful execution of the entire Caricom skilled workers program. We have a lot of work to do. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Secretary General. We have come to the end of this week launch, and it's just for me to say thanks to all of you who have participated. We started with the Dean of the Caricom Youth Ambassador Program, who brought timely remarks. We had from the Ministry of Education here in Diana, the Deputy Chief Education Officer, Ms. Jai Kishon, the Ambassador of the Caricom, Ambassador Albert. Diana, thanks very well for taking the time to be here with us this morning. And of course, the support from the European Union, which the Secretary General understood, that of the Ambassador Wasiluska, head of the delegation of the European Union, and Dr. Barnett. Also online, we have over 100, around 100 persons who are, let me round it up, 97, over 100. We have around 100 persons representing other persons, and I give a specific shout out to the teachers and students in Delhi's. Today is a holiday, and you must be a dedicated teacher. If on a holiday, you can find the time to still join online this launching exercise. So a special shout out to teachers in Delhi's and my colleagues across the Secretariat, the different directorates, HSD, Human and Social Development, my colleagues in the Directorate for Single Market and Trade, EIID, Communications Unit, Program Support, and all of you. Thank you ever so much. I know how difficult it is sometimes to do the heavy lifting necessary for such an arrangement. It means all up. And those who into Diana and the students from Tutorial High School, Osceola Mart, St. Stanislaus, and West Demerara, that's over the bridge. They were not able to make it this morning here because of some traffic issues. Thanks ever so much for the visiting teachers as well who came to attend. And the media who are following online with the live streaming, thanks also very much. We have met a lot of you regarding CSM and public education, SG, and so many other speakers did say we need to engage and we need to let you know about the processes and procedures. Thanks ever so much. We have some refreshments after for those who are here at headquarters. And I think the media is asking SG and ask them to coordinate it, maybe a program with you and the ambassador, the dignitaries of the government of Diana, and the teachers. I think the teachers who are here, yes, if they can.
Students.
The students. Well, I'm hoping the students would want selfies. You know, I'm hoping at least with the Secretary General. And thanks, representative from the Customs Department, the Diana Revenue Authority, and the Commissioner of Police. Thanks ever so much for taking the time to be here, and all of you, colleagues and friends. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Good morning.
Think about it. We can a little how many departments. Yes, yes. Then